Now, I don't say this often.
I don't say this often.
Now, I don't say this often. He's going to be a wild card in the league. Welcome back to the Wildcards Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Coleman Madland. I'm joined here today with my two fellow co-hosts,
Joshua Sykes,
Brennan Hartke.
Brennan, get off your phone. It's game time.
Dude, I'm just,
Scrolling through the news.
MLB Draft, man.
No, you gotta talk to his girls. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Anyway, we have been on an extended break, and I, for one, apologize for that. Do you guys apologize?
I don't. It's not my fault.
I'd like to apologize.
You absolutely
Absolutely.
don't. Okay, no.
I'm just kidding, bro. Of
No,
course.
we apologize. We haven't been.
It is not my fault. I was on every Thursday.
Low key, it's my fault, bro. Family in town.
Yep. It's all right. Hey, it happens.
Downtown too, bro.
It happens, but it's been about 3 weeks since we did a pod. I'm glad we're all back and ready to record and talk about the sports world. Are you guys ready? Are you excited?
I'm glad Brandon's back. I don't know about Coleman, but
all right. Well,
Dude, thank you.
that's it.
What's up,
Podcast
bro?
is over. No. All right. So make sure to follow our Instagram, our socials, our TikTok, everything. If you haven't already, the Instagram is Show Wildcards, SHOWWILDCARDS. And in there, you can find a link tree in the description that will take you to all of our social medias. And from there, you can follow our TikTok. We want to get to 1,000 followers by the end of the summer. I think that's about it. Let's get started with the news. You guys ready? I'm a bit rusty. Can you guys tell?
yes.
Mhm.
I'm rusty. Okay, okay, Josh, you could have said like, no, you're doing great, but no, you had to say yes.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
Thanks, bro. But yeah, major news I think of the past couple weeks has been Victor Wembanyama in the NBA Summer League. Actually, right now, as of this very moment, the Spurs are playing the
Trailblazers.
and yeah, I think they're down by a bit. I think he has a good amount of. I think he's at like 20 something points actually.
Really?
In his first
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, his first team was god awful.
I'm pretty sure he's at 20, but yeah, let's talk about it. So I think he's at 20 points now. What do you guys think about his first performance? His Summer League debut against the Charlotte Hornets.
I mean, for being I guess he said he honestly didn't know what he was doing out there, which it kind of looked like that.
I love that quote.
He does have to get used to his teammates, and these won't even be like his real teammates because, he's obviously some of these guys won't make the Spurs like roster. But I definitely think I just don't think I think it's all the pressure might have gotten to him because like I heard today, like people think he's going to be like one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Well,
to go out there and shoot like 2 for 13. I mean, kind of looked like he didn't know how to play basketball.
I'll be honest with y'all though. I saw a video. It's like he's been different cities for like 5 days straight, and this whole like Britney Spears scandal.
I saw that.
There's stuff going on in his personal life, and he hasn't been able to practice with those guys enough to know how to play with them and stuff like that. And they probably don't know how to play with him either. So, pause.
Kind of sounds like excuses.
I mean, if you just got put with a random group of guys.
We're hooping, bro. We're hooping.
I think we were talking earlier before the pod started. What do you guys think his ceiling and floor is after we've seen his first game? Because I know earlier, I was on the hype train. Listen, right, and I still am. It's hard, like in your head, to have this like perfect vision of someone. Like for example, the only people I think that were like perfect in NBA sense, as perfect, as you can get. I think the gold standard of basketball in terms of players, Michael Jordan. He's just a legend. Obviously, he had bad games. Like there's no doubting that. But 6-0 in the finals. I just think that there's like a certain. I say you had to be there, even though I wasn't alive, but you had to be there. I just think that he's just it's just when you think about him, when you talk about him, there's just a certain vibe in the air. He's Michael Jordan, and it's hard to see a player that you want to live up to the expectations like Victor Wembanyama. It's hard to see them not follow through in that exact like the way you had it played out in your mind. You guys know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I got you.
He was supposed to be a demigod, like you, and this is summer league. I thought he was going to dominate.
Kind of like Rudy Gobert when like y'all gave away y'all's whole franchise for him.
Yeah, I have no idea how that's related, but I'm going to keep talking.
Because you thought he was going to because you wish he was going to be good, and you watch him play, and he just disappoints you.
I didn't think he's going to
exactly what you said.
Okay, sure, that's similar, but I didn't think he's going to be as good as Wembanyama. And sure, he has time to grow, bro. But I also do not want to be the guy who judges it off of one performance. I think that's stupid. But it is There's definitely some good flashes, but there were a lot of bad flashes. There was some, I could just see him thinking the entire game. When I looked at him, I could see him thinking.
Second guessing himself.
Yep, second guessing. Yeah. There's a lot of stuttering in terms of his movement. For as fluid of a player he is for that height. I also want to
like he was moving in slow motion. Man.
Yep. And his dribbling when he got in the post, he got the ball stolen from him multiple times. Just careless, like keeping the ball, like dribbling, looking like he just picked up a basketball for the first time. It was just, I know he's 7 feet something, but like, geez, man.
Yeah, I mean, I remember. I mean, we were talking before the pod, and I saw a video, and I agree with the video 100%. He's good at perimeter, and he's good in the post, but he's not great at either. That means he's going to struggle in the NBA till he finds what he's great at. Because, I mean, he's not fast enough to move on the perimeter, and he's not strong enough to move anybody in the post.
Yeah.
So, really, what can he do? I mean, I don't.
And what do you guys think about that? The statement that he's made about when he says he doesn't want to bulk up, he wants to get stronger. A lot of people are like, huh, what do you mean? He is right. Like, you can get stronger without bulking up, just not to the same extent. Like Giannis's like transformation from his first year to his, that's like 2020 Giannis.
Yeah, but he bulked up big time.
Yeah, he bulked up big time. But Victor, he says if he fills up that frame, he'll be more injury prone. Which sure, he'll be less fluid. Sure, and he'll be less mobile. Sure.
Yeah, he'll be way slower if he was to bulk, like gain, like massive weight like Giannis. But Giannis was like
he's not as tall,
just a freak athlete. Yeah, he's not as tall.
And they're
when
different
you're 7'5", to bulk up, I mean that's a lot of you got to fill up your whole frame. But I definitely think he needs to put on more muscle mass, but he can do that without bulking. But I don't think he's going to be as injury prone as everyone thinks he is.
But I'm be honest with y'all, if he bulks up like Giannis, he will be. I mean, Giannis is already one of the most dominant players in the NBA. If he does what Giannis did, it's over, man.
I disagree. I completely 1,000,000,000% disagree. He'll be a beast. He'll be a unit physically, but where he flourishes, like from what I've seen when he played for Mets 92, where he flourishes, that's just not his style. That he's not.
What is his style? I just told you that he's too
Slenderman. He's a Slenderman. He's like KD. He's a
perimeter to be KD.
No, he is. I don't think he's too. I mean, sure, he's a little taller. He's a little slow, but I still think he can play a similar KD type role. I don't think it's in his best interest to bulk up like that. That's not who he is. That's not the type of player he is.
Did you watch the game and did you see him ever blow by anybody? Did he ever get by somebody?
But it's his first NBA game. I think
it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
He played against grown men already. These, like you just said, these guys are gonna be out of the league. These aren't even league players, bro.
He has more than 22 points right now in a summer league game. I think
the first game.
I know you're just getting off of one game. KD win. I know, but now that's not all we have. We have another game right now.
I'm not watching it right now. I'm trying to do the podcast. I'm not.
I'm not watching it either. I just have the stats pulled up. He looks to be doing fine. I've seen a couple clips. He's been doing fine.
Let's talk about Scoot Henderson, guys.
All right, Brandon. Brandon. Well, it's a way to settle it down. But I'll die on that hill. I'll die on the hill that he should not bulk up like
summer league
Giannis.
thoughts.
He can't. It's probably not even possible for him to bulk up like Giannis.
I said bulk up like Giannis, not bulk up like exactly like Giannis.
All right, let's move on to someone who is bulked up, like Scoot Henderson.
Okay, there you go.
What do y'all think about his first game? I think he had 15 points. He didn't play tonight because he has an injury already.
What was that about him and what's it called?
Amen Thompson.
Yeah, Amen Thompson. What was that about?
I think. Well, I mean, he has like I think it was a soldier.
Soldier.
I don't know how to say it, bro.
We're going to war?
Yes. And so they're just taking precautions, obviously. I mean,
sure,
you wouldn't want your number 3 pick to go out with an injury already.
Yeah, that's probably the best pick for them too, to be honest.
I think he, so far, has lived up to the hype on like Wemby. But I mean, you can't grade him. This is just like grading off of one game. I mean,
that's all we can do, man.
Brandon Miller. Move on to him. I mean. All Brenna had to do is foul. Bro can't even score.
Okay, really quick. Victor Wembanyama had 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks on 64% shooting in 22 minutes.
Ooh.
Cool. Who'd they play?
He's playing bums, man.
Portland.
Blazers.
With the second pick in the NBA draft.
Bro. Without Scoot.
Okay, it's still the same competition. Minus Brandon Miller.
No, it's not, bro.
Minus Brandon Miller and Book Night.
Who's their big guy? Who's their big man?
Portland?
Yes.
I don't know. It's their summer league team.
They're playing a 2-3 zone, dude. I hope to God he can score 22 points.
I mean, they have Shea. Or sorry, not Shea. Shaedon Sharpe.
Shaedon Sharpe.
Yeah, they have Shaedon.
They played a 2-3 zone on the Spurs to start the game, bro. I'd hope to God he can score on a 2-3 zone.
Okay, I mean, it sounds like next level hating right now. That's what I'm hearing.
No, I'm just saying he's.
Guys, I thought we
made him out to
Victor Wembanyama.
Everybody made him out to be a god, and he's not that. He's going to be an okay player. He's not going to be the best guy in the league ever.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't think he will be either. I was trying to make the point earlier that his ceiling is like a KD if everything goes right. I don't think everything will go right, and I think Brandon made a good point. His floor is, who'd you say, James Wiseman or Andrew Wiggins? And not in terms of like, obviously there's no one like you can compare him to in terms of build. I mean, KD is like the only person, or Bol. But in terms of just like how they panned out in terms of their career, I think that's a good measure. But I mean, we've never seen anyone like this. Like everyone's been saying for the past 2 years, 3 years. I remember watching Wemby highlights like early, like 10th grade early.
All right, let's move on from Wemby.
All right, sure.
I'm a brand on that.
Whoa, let's talk about the Thompson twins.
Twins?
I mean, I think
Amen
and Azor, right? Azor, how do you say it?
Dude, he's on your team.
Well, I know. I just call him the GOAT, so I never have to say his real name.
Okay.
I'm just like, look at that GOAT.
I'm gonna look up how you pronounce it.
I think they've both played up. Yeah, sorry, that's how you say it. I think they've both played. I wouldn't say average, but they're not playing below what people thought, but I don't think they're doing as good as what people thought.
People, I mean, I didn't really think they'd do that good, but they're playing pretty well. Especially coming from the OTE league. I mean, I didn't know how the competition would transfer over. Mm-hmm. Obviously with Scoot, he played in the G League, and Victor, he played in a professional league in Europe. So they already had some run-ins with some talented guys. And, of course, Brandon Miller played in the SEC, and that's a pretty tough conference to play in now. But they were the two that I was really worried about competition-wise. But they're playing pretty well right now, so I'll give them props to that.
Yeah, I didn't know the one that we got, Azor, was a defensive menace. Apparently, that's what he thrives at.
That's what he is.
Yeah, Amen's probably the more ball-dominant offensive, and Azor is more of a defensive, gets his buckets off the steals and stuff like that.
That's what we need, man.
Yeah, for sure. I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
And like I was saying before the podcast, I saw a video and somebody explained the Pistons, how they're retooling and rebuilding. I'll give Brandon his props. His team's doing well, and I like the trajectory they're going. I feel like it's my team, Brandon's team, then Coleman's team. Coleman's team's dog water.
Wait. You think that the Pistons are better than the Wolves?
Yes.
Future-wise?
Future-wise, 100%.
In the next 3 years, you really think
that?
Wait. I just need to get this. I just need to get this right. You think that the Pistons are have a better future than Ant?
Wake up to reality, buddy.
Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid.
Yes. That's what I'm saying, buddy.
Wait.
Wake up to reality.
Wait. No, you guys are kidding, right?
Nope, not kidding, bud.
Oh, I can't. I can't. I have to step away. I really actually can't. Oh my God, this makes me so angry.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Going crazy, bro.
No, they're doing this on purpose.
James Wiseman, Jalen Durant.
Cunningham.
I mean, Cade Cunningham, bro.
Those are
Thompson.
Besides Cade Cunningham,
Marcus
they're
Sasser.
bums.
Marcus Sasser's he's a
Jaden Ivey just dropped 22.
They will not translate into the NBA regular season, and I will stand by that. The Pistons will not go positive in the next 3 years.
The only thing the Timberwolves have done in the last 10 years is win a play-in game and act like they won the championship. Stop the cap, bro. Get out of here.
We've actually won multiple play-in games.
Yeah, that's why y'all's picks are dog, bro.
Play-in.
Coleman, y'all either got a tank, man, or y'all just absolutely have to try to win.
I don't think
y'all doing the Blazer thing, dog. Y'all getting close enough, but not.
Don't worry. I'll take all these sound bites. I'll take all these sound bites for later this season.
Not making it to the championship.
Put them in your letter.
When did I say championship?
When the Wolves win.
Put them in your 13
No, I didn't say that.
Bro.
No,
what are you gonna do with these sound bites when the Wolves make it to the
No.
second round and lose? You're gonna show us these, and you'll be like,
no,
"We're proving all the haters
they're
wrong."
making to the Western Conference Finals.
We're getting the 24th pick and we still suck. Let's go.
Western Conference Finals.
Oh, please stop.
Let's go. We're getting the 30th. We're getting the 28th pick and we still freaking suck.
Ant is the best player under 22 in the world.
Stop it, bro.
Wait, you think there's a better player under 22 than Ant?
I don't think Ant's that great, man. I'll be honest.
Oh my God!
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying I don't think he's that amazing. He can't.
I mean, yeah, he's the number one option, dude. We get it.
I don't think he can carry that franchise to win.
We have
I'll
three
be
number
honest
one
with you.
options.
Well, who? Rudy Gobert?
Dude,
Yeah,
the
I
Wolves,
don't
the
think-
Wolves, the Wolves will win a championship before the Suns do.
Oh my God, you're freaking mental.
No,
We
I
have the
actually
same
believe
amount
that.
of future. That's about it. We have the same
I
amount of future.
actually
'Cause we
believe
have
that.
no picks, and you
I
guys have
actually
no
believe
picks.
that. KD's washed,
All
and
right,
then we have,
move
and then
on.
there's no one else.
I'm trying to
Bradley
go to bed
Beal's
tonight. Come on.
Bradley Beal's. He's
I'm gonna hop off.
He's on the Wizards. Not a good team.
All right, so those are our thoughts on the NBA Summer League and the top 5 draft picks. I think they've all been doing pretty good, but obviously this isn't like a real observation because they're not playing like NBA caliber players. Only like a handful of NBA players are actually playing in the Summer League. But we'll move on to the new NBA in-season tournament that begins November 3rd and consists of 3 different groups. 3 in the West, 3 in the East, and the teams are already decided. I don't know how they decided the teams because
It was based off record of last year.
Okay, they based off record of last year. I mean, that's what they said. They just they didn't show it. I just saw like Anthony Edwards like reading off a card or something. But
With the GOAT?
Yeah. But so I think this is a great addition. I don't know how it'll play out, but I think it keeps the game more interesting. Something that none of the other like pro sports are doing, which that's why I think the NBA is like on the come up and still rising.
Yeah, I agree. I would disagree in terms of like numbers. Like NBA has always been kind of, not at the top. Like there's been some fluctuation with numbers, which I'm sure I know it's hard to run a league like that. But I do agree with you. I think it's going to be a good addition. One thing that I don't think will be, I just think that social media is just going to hate on it. I think the average fan,
I don't hate it.
I think the average fan likes it. I think that like people who I'm trying to think of a good way to say this. I think that a lot of people who like are so used to the NBA being the same thing are gonna not like it, and they're gonna criticize it.
Heads.
Yeah, I think they're gonna criticize it. But I do think that it's an interesting take or an interesting idea. One thing I think, I don't know if the players are gonna like play the hardest. I really don't, because I mean,
well, they count as regular season games. So I mean,
yeah, sure, but it is the middle of the season, and that's like basically Cancun for people like Kawhi and
honestly, I think the MLB could take something from this because they have so many games.
Yeah, I like that, Josh. I like that.
It would make something. It would make it more watchable, and like it means more. You know what I'm saying? That game means more. And I think that's what the NBA was kind of looking for because they have 82 games. Not everybody's going to watch all 82. So they were like, let's just make these games mean more. That means people will watch them more. Kind of like the playoffs. I'm sure they're not thinking that they're going to get the same outcome as the playoffs in terms of viewership. But at the same time, I'm sure a lot more people watch those games than any of the other games.
Sure, yeah. I think they're going to be, especially the first time, the first annual, the inaugural. I do think that this is something that can be done in like the MLB and the NBA, but this would never work obviously in like the NFL.
No.
Yeah, because I mean, there's first of all, there's not enough games. Yeah, not enough time. Too many. I mean, it's weird to say this, but they have too many fans. There's not enough. Like, what I mean by that is that like there's like the logistical aspect of doing that in terms of like where to do the stadiums. I mean, the NFL is a logistical nightmare. But yeah, I think this is perfect for the NBA, and also if they add it to the MLB. I think that they also need to improve All-Star Weekend. They've been trying to do that with like new stuff. I really don't, until there's a new,
NBA
wave of players actually wanting to do.
Well, I think
like no one wants to be in the dunk contest.
Yeah, because it damages their brand. I don't even know.
In their contract in the CBA, they have to figure a way out to write it in the CBA That way that the players be obligated to have to. If they
Like,
if
imagine,
they're,
like,
if
But the
they're
players
voted
help
to.
with the CBA. They
That's
would
what I'm
never do
saying.
that.
Well, I mean, I don't.
It'd be
they
easier
get
for them
paid-
to.
They get paid to play, so I don't understand why it's like why they can just opt out of it.
Yeah, and I think it's in the era of social media. It's just that their entire narrative around the player could be changed overnight. It's just the agents of the players, the clutch
It's
sportses
ridiculous.
of the world.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
They're gonna ruin All-Star Weekend, and we
it's
won't
bad
have
for the
it.
game. It's already ruined, in my opinion. I don't like All-Star. This is a bit of a
I
rant.
don't either.
I don't like. I think this is a way. I think the in-season tournament could be better. There's more of an opportunity for like stars, like people we want to see. We don't want to see. We don't want to see James Wiseman play basketball. We don't want to see that. What we do want to see.
Okay.
We don't want to see Rudy Gobert.
We want to see
either.
Rudy Gobert. No, I'm kidding. We don't want to see him either. Let's be real. We want to see the likes of Wembanyama, the exciting players. I don't care if they're tall or flashy or whatever. We want to see the new
What happened to the rookie and sophomore game? Like they used to have the rookie.
Oh,
versus
Rising
the sophomores.
Stars?
Rising Stars. Yeah, I mean that's in
No,
2K.
No, they still
They
have
still-
that.
yeah, I think they still do
it's
it.
Just it's not as popular as it used to
I
be.
know, but they try to split it up into like 4 or 5 teams.
Yeah.
They did that. Or it's
I don't know
usually
why they
like
just don't go
USA
straight
versus
sophomore.
World.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I think they just go rookie sophomores again, and because you get to compare classes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Your class versus my class, and we'll go.
that is a cool year, or not cool year. Cool.
I mean,
cool.
like-
thing.
I think we just email like Adam Silver tomorrow morning, and
Adam
you
Silver.
know,
actually
Here, I'll call him.
emailed
I'll
me.
call him.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
Josh,
in
can you
beta.
text him?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, because I mean, I have things to do tonight. I
I understand, man.
No problem. But yeah, I that's just a little bit of a rant. I mean, we're on one of our first few topics, but I really think that they should. The NBA has a lot of work to do. I also think
What
that
are they-
Adam Silver's on the way out. I'm pretty sure. I mean, who's that new interim? Or not interim? Or, there's like who's the guy who did the second half of the draft? That guy apparently.
He's the assistant. Yeah.
But no, I think he's going to be the or someone.
What about the
Adam
the
Silver's not going
in-season
off
tournament? What do they get out of it though? Like, what's the
There's a-
reward?
There's prize. There's like I think it's like 100,000 per player, which is
prize pool will be
If-
allotted to the players on the teams that participate in knockout rounds. So you don't. I mean, obviously, if you win, you're going to get more money. But if you make it to the knockout rounds, which I think is top 6, then you'll get money.
No, it's
and
top
then
8. It's top
That's
8
top
because
8. Top 8. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
3 winners and then a wild card kind of.
Yes.
It's
The
kind of like the
problem-
NFL.
The problem I
And
see with
then-
this is that you know how like for summer league only. I mean this is a bad comparison. I guess for the thing I'm trying to say is that the stars aren't going to play harder for a summer league champ, and they're not going to play harder for an extra 100K reward when their
disagree.
contracts.
dude, that's an extra bins, bro. What are you talking about?
One, you get extra money. 2, these games count as regular season games, so they're not
Right.
like not important.
Sure,
Like
And you're playing against the same like talent. So like this year, one of the pools is with the Lakers, the Suns, the Grizzlies, and all them.
yeah,
And so,
Lakers, Grizzlies,
you're playing
Suns.
against you're playing against your like opponents that are going to be close to your record. So you're going to want to beat them. That way you have some room to go. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
if you do lose a few games. So,
And
like,
I hope you guys are right.
you'll
I
play
just really
harder.
feel like. Okay, I really hope you guys are right. I'm just nervous. Can you understand where I'm nervous? Like it's going to be one of those things, just like
'cause
All Star
the Wolves are gonna
Weekend.
trash. Yeah,
Well, that's not you.
And the
No,
Wolves-
be
the
serious.
Wolves-
I understand. No, I understand.
Theirs is a little tough. They have to play the Kings, Warriors, the Thunder, and the Spurs.
Dang, that's an 0-4.
Actually, I don't
That's
see
maybe
how many,
one of
no,
four.
don't they play? So
Spurs.
let's go over how it works.
Thank you, Brendan.
So the NBA games are played. They're only played on tournament nights, which I believe are
Tuesdays and Thursdays or Fridays. Sorry.
Tuesdays and Fridays. They play each of the other 4 teams in its group,
Yeah.
and the team's records in these 4 games will determine whether the team qualifies for the knockout rounds or not.
Yep.
So, I mean, and then they have ties, which will be broken according to head-to-head record, point differential, total points, and regular season record.
Yep.
And then it goes to 8 teams, and with the best standings, and then one wild card team, or I guess one wild card team from each conference.
Shout out Wildcards. I think they were talking about us.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they were. Like when Richard Jefferson announced it, I'm pretty sure he said shout out Wildcards.
Yeah, I heard it too. Don't
Yeah.
worry, you're not
And
alone.
then
Him and his bald head.
after that, it's just single game elimination, winner go home, which I like that. I mean,
And then they play the Final Four in Vegas.
yeah,
Yep.
and they have a neutral site, and then the championship games on the 9th.
Hey,
I mean,
shout
they get
out
it,
Vegas,
though.
man. Vegas has been going crazy recently. Did you guys see
Have
that?
you seen the ball?
Yeah, that's what I was literally
Here?
about to say. I mean, that's.
The
I
what?
mean, it's like that new arena. I don't think it's gonna be. It's not big enough.
No,
I thought that was
it's not
fake.
an arena. It's a movie theater. It's like a movie theater.
Well, no, they're gonna do it for UFC.
I just thought that was fake.
Are they?
Oh no, that's real. Yeah, they're using it for UFC. It's not big enough to do what's it called, like
NBA?
NBA or obviously not NFL or anything. But
I thought it was just like for like movie effects. Like it's a LED screen all the way in it. So like
no, it's an actual arena.
Huh. I did not know
That's
that.
just the outside.
No,
Thank you for informing us.
The inside has a lot of speakers and stuff though. Like it's like a LED screen on the inside too, but it has a stage. So I mean, I
there's
guess
a stage. So
it
is. They already have UFC
But
planned for
could
it.
you imagine? Like it has stuff that like it's a 4D experience. So like it spits stuff out at
Like
you.
smell.
So like every
Okay.
time somebody gets punched and like blood
Oh,
flies.
you feel it too?
That'd be crazy.
Real blood.
No, not real blood, like just some water or something. But you feel like you're in the ring. That'd be crazy.
I know that would be wild.
They don't
I
wipe the
love
goat for sure.
stimulation. I love stimulation. No,
All right, bro.
I agree. I think it's I think it's a really cool idea. It's a lot of money. Hey, listen, man. That's a lot of money.
Billion?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
I mean, not for like me, but like for like the average people like you
Yeah,
guys.
for the poor folks, yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I
For
know
people
that
that
it
actually
sounds
pay
like a big
taxes?
number. Yeah. I mean,
All right,
I have it
Brandon,
for a while.
All right, Brandon, tell us about the MLB draft tonight, man.
Okay, so concluding from our in-season tournament, which I think will add more fans to the NBA, but this MLB draft was tonight. Pirates had the number 1 pick, which I liked that the MLB draft is in the middle of the season. I mean, it's something you don't.
Well, I mean, I guess the season's so dang long that they don't have any other time to do it.
It is always confusing to me, but it adds. I don't know how the rules work. Like, if these players could instantly go to their teams, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Like,
I had a question for you, Brendan.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask it, man.
For the MLB draft, I'm pretty sure that like these players are going to college, but the teams own the rights to the players. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
But
just
the
want to
player
make sure.
can also decide what they want to do.
Yeah,
Right,
for
they,
sure.
They don't have to go right away. They can just. It's like the European rule from NBA. They can still stay in Europe and still play for their team.
That's
They
interesting.
can do that for college.
But I mean,
And
obviously, like
basketball.
the college players that get drafted will obviously want to go to the MLB. But
Not always.
we'll get to that. Yeah. Well, I mean, where else would they go, Josh?
They can stay one more year in college and get freaking built and don't have to go
Yeah,
to school. They don't have to worry about going to school at that point.
All right. Well, the Pirates had the number 1 pick this year. And they took.
From LSU.
Yeah, they took the pitcher from LSU who, dominated the tournament. And congrats LSU for winning the College World Series.
Yeah, for real. Congrats. Shout out.
But yeah,
LSU's been popping off recently.
On God.
Yep.
They're building a women's basketball super team down there.
LSU and Georgia are just the SEC teams.
Yeah,
And Kentucky. I'm kidding.
Kentucky's in there somewhere.
Nah,
Hey, we'll talk about them later. Stop it.
Yep.
Let me conclude the top 5.
All right.
Man.
So, yeah, the Pirates went with the pitcher, which makes sense. They were leading their division earlier in the year, but then they sold the bag. Not going to make the playoffs this year, but the future is bright, and going with this pitcher should help them moving on forward. And then the Nationals of Washington. Did you know that, Coleman? Probably not.
Yes, I've been to a Nationals game. I have a Nationals hat.
They took Dylan Cruz, also from LSU, who had, I think he had like a 72 game hitting streak. So I mean, this kid's a dog. He plays outfield.
Brandon, I'm disrespected that you said that. I went to a Nationals game in DC. I think they're in.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thanks
Josh.
for interrupting me.
Freaking ass, dude.
I'm
Dylan
sorry,
Cruz,
guys.
I think this is the right pick for the Nationals. They're in rebuild mode after losing everyone after their World Series. Sorry to Dylan Cruz for having to go to this organization, but he's really gonna have to, carry them. And then surprisingly, that was obvious. Those picks went in line 1 and 2, but then the Tigers were mock drafts said they were supposed to take Wyatt Langford from Florida. Instead, they took Max Clark from Franklin Community High School out of Indiana.
Oh my God.
No, kid's a dog.
No. If it was anyone else, I bet is he really a dog, or is that just a Tigers fan in you?
He's a dog. Y'all were supposed to pick him because he was supposed to go number 5.
Well, Brandon, explain the pick.
What do you want me to explain? He's an
Well, no,
outfielder.
Explain why they chose him over the guy they said they were going to choose.
Dude, he's not part of the organization.
I don't know. They both. So I mean,
GM,
Max Clark is an outfielder. He's lefty, bats and throws lefty. Whereas Langford's an outfielder too, but he's righty. I don't know. I think it's better to get Max Clark, high schooler with much more talent, because if he chooses to not go to college, which he probably won't go to college because he's projected to make almost $9 million.
God.
It's better to pick a high schooler, because then you can grow him and teach him and develop him how you want, instead of with Wyatt Langford.
Yeah, do you really want him in the culture of the Tigers right now, bro?
I mean,
we're shambles.
We're obviously, that's why they pick him, because you're rebuilding. You want to get young talent that you can train.
You don't really want to go to Detroit. Stop the cap.
Okay. He already lives in Indiana. He's maybe 8 hours away from.
Hey, I promise you,
Detroit.
he's not one to go to Detroit, man. He's scared for his life right now.
Well, no one would want to go to Minnesota either.
I think Minnesota's. I bet
true.
Minnesota's actually a better destination, just for in general. I'd rather be in Minnesota than I would be in Detroit. Josh, you have the tiebreaker. Where would you rather be a star player for any franchise, just the city wise? He's trying to figure out a way. He's trying to figure out a way to say Detroit, just to piss me off.
So what? Okay, I'll answer it seriously. What sport am I playing, and what's my name?
You're playing golf, and your name is John.
Okay, so I'm definitely picking Minnesota because my name's John and I play golf.
What if your name's Anthony Edwards and you play basketball?
Oh shoot, I'm going to Detroit.
Okay.
All right.
And my teammates are Rudy Gobert in this universe.
Okay. No.
Oh, then I'll stay in Minnesota for sure.
Bet. I got you.
With the fourth pick, the Rangers obviously picked Wyatt Langford. Best availability on the board. They probably didn't think he was going to go down to them.
Thank God Detroit's a terrible
They're
team.
celebrating.
Okay. Yeah, Wyatt Langford is a good pick. I think the Rangers are going to come up there, after, not making the playoffs in years. They're finally leading the AL West. Probably make the playoffs this year, even without DeGrom, paying him millions of dollars.
No, they will. They will make the playoffs.
No, I know. I said they're gonna make the playoffs.
You said
How
probably.
about the Braves, bro? How about them Braves?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, keep going.
Okay, and I think he's a good pick in the outfield. He can rake too, and then with the fifth pick, we're only gonna do top 5 because we obviously don't have as much time. We're not trying to make this 3 hours long.
Twins.
The Twins select Walker Jenkins from South Brunswick High School.
He's committed to UNC,
Carolina. Right? I don't know where he's committed.
I'm pretty sure he's committed to UNC.
He's from North Carolina.
I know he might go to, I don't know.
He goes to high school in North Carolina. He bats lefty, throws righty.
Isn't that crazy? He's younger than us. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy?
Born in 05.
Yeah.
And he's a unit, 6'3", 210. Shit.
Yeah, it's kind of like me, dude. Just like you're younger.
Yeah, except you're 5'3".
Yeah, and a few foot shorter.
300 pounds.
Hey!
Foot shorter.
I am not. I'm 400. No, I'm kidding. No, but MLB.com, I think they had him as the number 4 prospect. So I'll count it as a win. Okay?
Yeah, he ranked number 4.
So I'll count it as a win, grabbing him at number 5.
So, question, Brandon.
Congratulations.
Real question for you. How do they do the lottery for the MLB draft? How do they determine who goes first, second, third, fourth?
It's just like the NBA and NHL. It's a lottery.
Yeah, I understand that, but since it's a mid-season,
this is just determined on last season.
Oh, last season. Okay, I didn't know for sure. They do
the draft late, not early.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I guess, yeah, technically. It's determined on last season. Yes, it's
okay. I just didn't know. I just now gotten into it, so I didn't know.
Yeah, no, you're chilling, bro. Good question. And for
good
those
questions, Josh. Good paying attention.
Those wondering, Rhett Lauder, the Wake Forest pitcher, who's also very good. He went number 7 to the Reds. All right, so that concludes the MLB draft. Obviously there's more picks, but we're just going with the top 5. So
good reporting, Brandon. Good reporting.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Really good job, man. You're a baseball guy, and I appreciate the good reporting.
We sent you out to where's the draft? Is it in where is it? I think it's in. I saw.
You know where the MLB draft is?
Oh, it's in. Oh, it was in Seattle.
Good job, buddy.
What else is going to be in Seattle this coming up Tuesday?
The home run, the All-Star game, All-Star games.
Yep.
Yeah, don't they?
Home run
Oh, that's right, because they do it in the same. Okay, that makes sense. They do it in the same
Yeah.
place. Okay,
I'm
makes
smart
sense.
like that.
I forgot about that.
Hey guys, I got a question for y'all. What time of year is it?
Summertime.
It's summertime.
More like UK basketball time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree. Let us know, Josh.
Kentucky is.
Oh wait,
It's our favorite.
it's already the second round exits in March.
Okay. Okay.
This is me and Coleman's favorite time of year. Quit hating on us, Brandon.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Let's hear it.
Wait, Josh. Does that mean I earned my title back as UK fan?
No.
No.
Oh, dang
After
it.
that disrespect, bro.
Dude,
All
I just want to let everybody know on the podcast, Coleman is such a Debbie Downer when it comes to UK sports. It's unreal. Like we get the number one recruiting class, and he's like, "They're all bums. They can't play ball." Or
I did not say that.
Or we get a transfer, and he's like, "Well, we're still gonna lose. It doesn't matter."
I just realistic, man. I love UK, but I'm realistic.
We have 10 good players, and we could actually play platoon if we really wanted to. And Coleman's like, "Yo, this team's worse than the 2020 team, bro. It's terrible." That's how Coleman is. Anyway, getting back to what I was talking about earlier, Kentucky's gonna represent the United States at Global Jam.
USA.
I guess. Good job, Josh. My fault. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
No, I was just gonna say the FIBA men's basketball team, US team, is terrible.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. I think it's just.
I mean, no,
not as good as it
they're
should be.
dogs, but where are all the studs at? Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, James Harden. We're all the good players. We have to
His
rely
name is
on
Anthony Edwards.
We have to rely on
Anthony Edwards is the best player. Okay, you guys have. He
Mikal
is probably the
Bridges,
best
bro.
player playing, right?
Probably. I mean,
Yes,
Austin. I mean,
I
when
said
Austin
that. I
Reeves is
just
on the
needed that.
team.
I
Austin
needed that.
Reeves is on the team, bro. Of course
Austin
he's
Reeves
gonna
had one good year. They put him on the national team. That is
That's
crazy.
My fault,
I know.
Josh.
Anyway,
Continue
getting back
about
to
how
it.
UK is going to destroy the world.
They are for sure. We're gonna put USA on our back, and we're gonna go in there like Superman.
World War II
Anyway,
all over.
Rob
again.
Dillingham could destroy my world.
Oh my God. That's the first game actually. World War II. Kentucky versus Team Germany is on July 12th at 1:30. You can watch all these games on CBS Sports Network. So July 12th, Kentucky plays Germany, and July 13th they play Team Canada in Toronto. All this is happening in Toronto, and then July 15th they play Team Africa. And if they're top two in that pool, so say they go 3-1 or 2-1, and another team goes 2-1, they'll meet in the gold medal game, so they'll have a chance to win gold, which would be an amazing feat for Kentucky basketball.
Because I was gonna say, you got to think Baylor last year. They only one game.
1-4. They went 1-4. I don't know who the other team was that played, because they had 5 games. We'll only have 3 or 4.
It was Team UK. No, I'm kidding. They don't even play
probably
basketball.
was.
They play with
They
knives. No, I'll look it up. I'll figure it out.
After they lost the Revolutionary War, I don't think they want to mess with Team USA anymore.
Yeah, I got you. No problem. It was in Brazil. The team was Brazil.
Oh, gotcha.
Brazil, Canada, Italy. Canada, Brazil, US, Italy.
Well, that's 4. So I guess they must play for the silver or something.
They played in the they played in the championship game.
Dang.
I don't know how. They went 1-4.
I guess they wanted the ratings to be good. Anyway,
Yeah, for real.
but anyway, looking at the team right now, I would say the projected starters are probably DJ Wagner. We got Austin Reeves back, Justin Edwards, and then you got
Austin Reeves.
Dadgummit, you guys got me all messed up. Antonio Reeves. I'm
There you
sorry.
go.
That's so disrespectful.
I
on my
wish. That was crazy. He just committed back again too.
He did. Okay, DJ. We got Antonio. We got Justin. We got Ukongwa or Ukinza, whatever his name is. And then you got Trey Mitchell, which is the transfer from West Virginia. And then you got Rob Dillingham coming off the bench. Reed Shepard, dog, coming off the bench. Adu Thiero, dog, coming off the bench. And then you got who's the other guy that's from Ole Miss? What is his name?
Jordan Burks.
Jordan Burks. Thank you. Yeah, I think he's a real dog though. He can play all 5 positions. Well, he can play 4 positions. He can play shooting guard through 4 or through 5. He's 6'9". He's listed as a guard. That's crazy.
He's from Kissimmee, from Florida.
Yeah.
But yeah, great player. Cal clutched up in the transfer portal.
Yeah, I do. I think we got some dogs on our team for sure. I think Adu Thiero is gonna make a big step up. course, we're gonna be without Aaron Bradshaw because of his foot, and he got surgery on it. He'll be ready for all the regular season games.
Yeah.
But you got a dude, which is a dog. Rob Dillingham, shifty as heck. Justin Edwards, dog, number 1 or 2 player in the class. Then you got DJ Wagner, of course. He's a pretty good player. And Antonio Reeves, knockdown shooter, 5th year guy, can bring a lot of leadership to the team. And I know people don't talk about him enough, and I think it's because of his lack of melanin, and he's not as good as these other top 5-star recruits.
Hey, let him cook. Let him cook.
Reed Shepherd is a dog, and I don't care what anybody says. He's my boy. He's from Kentucky. He's Kentucky grown. He's living every Kentucky boy's dream, playing for Cal in Kentucky. I think he's gonna make the most of it. I'm sure he will not go after this year for sure.
Yeah, he's a multi-year guy.
He's a 2 or 3 year guy, but I'm telling you right now, people sleeping on him. I hate to say this, but I think he can be as deadly as Devin Booker was at Kentucky, just because of his.
Was at Kentucky, sure.
Yes, how he came off the bench and would knock down threes and change the whole aspect of the game. That's Reed Shepherd, and that's what I think he can do for this Kentucky team.
Yeah, and I think they'll be great at Global Jam. Good reporting, Josh. Good reporting.
No
So we pay you for. This is what we pay you for. What's your prediction though? By the way, for what do you think they're going to finish, and what do you think their record's going to be?
I think out of these 3 games, I think they go 2. I think they go 3-0. Honestly, and I think they win the gold medal game. I don't see anybody on here besides maybe. I hate to say Team Canada. I think Team Canada might give us some problems.
They're pretty good.
I just think we have too much talent. I don't see Germany beating us. I don't see Africa beating us.
I see a fluke game from Cal where he makes a few mistakes. We start off slow. Maybe that's the first. Who do we play first?
Germany. No, we ain't losing World War II, baby. Come
on. Yeah, you're right. Historically, we do pretty well against Germany in just everything.
But Cal was asked if Drake was going to be part of the team because they are in Toronto, but Drake is on his tour right now with 21 Savage. So Cal said though he had the keys to Drake's house and he might take the guys over there, which would be kind of dope. I mean, let's be honest, Drake one of the biggest guys.
Everyone knows that picture of Drake in the Kentucky locker room, and the captions, bro thinks he's on the team. Everyone knows that picture.
I saw a caption of it. It was that picture, and it said, "When I say we about my team, that's me, bro. That's me."
Yeah, that's in the locker room with the guys.
On God, bro.
Yeah, but good reporting. Good reporting. Next, I think we got another basketball event. I'd say a phenom, if you will. His name is Cooper Flagg. The guy is a beast. If you guys don't know who Cooper Flagg is, he's a 6'8", 200-pound forward. He's from Maine. I mean, do you even know anyone from Maine? Is he the only person from Maine? They just put all the combined like physical ability into one person, and he plays basketball for. I think he plays for Montverde. He's 16 years old. So let me lay the land for you for this 2000. What would this be? 2024. Yeah, 25. 2025. This class, this recruiting class, we have 2 sets of twins that are just absolutely dominating. The older, actually, I'm not sure who's older. I probably shouldn't say that.
The Flags are older. They're those 16, and the Boozers are 15.
Okay, so the older set of twins, Cooper Flagg and I think his name's Ace Flagg, correct?
Ace,
yep. Ace is not as high in the rankings. He's pretty good, but he's not as high.
Still a dog.
It's still a guy you want on your team. So basically, Cooper Flagg, the best player, undisputed in the country.
Actually, the Boozer twin, the Boozer is actually.
I disagree. I think Cooper Flagg's a better player.
In the rankings,
sure. In the rankings on some websites, they have Cameron Boozer a bit up. They're from Florida. I think they're from Miami. And they are, they're 2 twins, the Flags, who are, from Maine. So they're not from like the most prominent area. I mean, it's hard to make it out of Maine. Let's be real. They're from Newport, Maine. And they are absolute dogs. So lately, Cooper Flagg, in particular, has been absolutely dominating in a Peach Jam. I mean, he's dropping, he's dropping 30 point, 35 point triple doubles every single game. So they're playing right now. Today was the championship against Cameron Boozer and Caden. Yeah,
so
Cameron.
And those are the best twins for the class of 2025, bro.
Yeah,
there's 2.
Those are the 2 sets of twins.
What about Eli Ellis and his brother?
They're just, they're They're just social media guys.
Overtime Elite be popping up on my For You page everywhere, bro.
Yeah, because they pay for it. But let me cook.
All right,
The Boozer twins are also another great set of twins. They play for the Knight Riders in EYBL. And in Peach Jam, which just occurred, a little series, they played each other. So both the Boozers played. I mean, let's be real. It was just Cooper Flagg. Ace.
Ace had
he had a few points.
He had 12 and 5 or something like that.
So he's contributing, but I mean, the star is his brother, who's dropping 35, 15, and 10 every game. This kid's a star. Sure, he's only 16, but he's gonna be a star. He's going to be a star. I promise you.
He actually dropped 71 points.
In 2
71.
games.
Yeah, in 2 games.
Oh, in 2 games.
Not in 1 game. He's not.
I was about to say. I was like,
yeah,
damn.
they were clickbaiting you, bro.
He's not LaMelo Ball. But yeah, I would say he's going to be a better player than LaMelo Ball in the league. That's my early prediction.
You think the Wolves are just going to tank for this guy?
Hey, listen, tank for Wemby was the thing. I think this is a little less exciting than the whole Wemby
the
phenomenon.
Wolves won't have to tank. They'll just play regular.
Okay,
but...
well, I don't. Every single conversation somehow ends up on the Wolves and how they're bad. But I'll let that go for now, and we'll continue talking about the Boozers and the Flags. This is going to be a matchup between these two sets of twins that's going to be going on for the next couple of years. And as scouts decide who are the better set of twins, it's going to get heated. It's going to build up. The hype's going to build up. People are just starting to realize. I think accounts were posting about Cooper Flagg's performance a lot this weekend, and they're going to continue to do so.
Which set do you think is better, the Boozers or the Flags?
I have to say, average. Sure, the Boozers. Like if they play,
combine both.
Combine the Boozers, yes. But
Flag.
You're lying.
I think Ace isn't holding his own.
I don't think he's holding his own. Listen,
I don't think you guys watched the game today. Actually,
no, I watched half.
I didn't because some of us actually have jobs.
I watched half of it.
Some of us go to work. Josh.
I don't work on Sunday. It's the Lord's Day.
My fault.
But yeah, I watched half of it. I sure Ace is contributing, but at the same time, on average, I think Caden and Cameron are better. Like in terms of
Caden, I think Caden is better than Ace, but I'm just saying Cooper is a lot better than Cameron. I think, especially in today's game, because Cameron was in foul trouble all game and he only had like 4 or 5 points.
Does foul trouble really matter when Brandon Miller can foul out in a summer league game?
But we all know Brandon Miller fouls out because he's still got that thug in him because he just be handing out guns to Ja Morant these days. Come on.
All right. Well, that was just the most out of pocket thing. But thank you, Brandon. But yeah, that's a little bit about Cooper and the Flag twins and the Boozer twins. I think that that matchup is going to be insane for a couple of years to come before they all inevitably go to the league. Moving on to the most of our probably our last thing of the day, Damian Lillard, man. Why you got to be such a drama queen? All right. You're ring chasing, man. You're not for the grind, you know.
Oh, he's not loyal, bro.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's what people are saying. That's what people are saying after he stayed so long in Portland. And then he decides to maybe, try one time to get a ring before his prime is over, which it's nearing its end, in my opinion. And I think just that's kind of sad, just how Dame, even you think of him as a young, like 28, 29, 27-year-old. And I mean, he's getting up there in age. I mean, what is he, 33? 34?
He's getting up there. I think this is his last push. Is like Chris Paul.
Yeah. Well, no, Chris Paul's
last
push.
I wouldn't say that.
Chris Paul's a bum.
Playing his last season next year.
No, I'm just saying this is his push. Like Chris Paul did. He went to the Suns to try to win a chip.
Oh, I got you.
Well, he should. If he wanted to win a chip, he'd go somewhere else. Like the Wolves.
Not Minnesota. Stop it. But yeah, I mean, I respect Dame, but like, I don't know if Miami's gonna give Portland what they are asking for.
I agree.
And I see a bunch of things like that. That Portland wants a star for a star, and they're not liking Miami's thing because obviously Jimmy Butler and Bam aren't going anywhere.
And they don't want Tyler Hero.
Max Strus and Gabe Vincent and Tyler Hero. They don't want, and Duncan Robinson's under contract, and they don't want to pick up his contract. So, I mean...
No one wants to pick up his contract.
Dame is going to the freaking Shanghai Sharks.
Nah, he's going to Brooklyn.
They get a fair deal.
No, he's not going anywhere. He's not gonna.
I mean, that's an option.
It'll be
that's
like
an
what
option.
Jordan Poole happened, Chris Paul went to the Wizards.
I did see a thing where Dame's agent said that teams do not want to trade for him because he will not play unless it's Miami. That's the rumor.
And that's. I mean, if I'm Dame, that's what I'm doing for real.
Yeah, but you kind of like it. You look bad in the public's eye.
I really don't like it, to be honest with you. But like, you put me in that position, and I've been loyal to this franchise for.
Well, when's his contract up?
I don't know. I'm sure he just signed an extension not too long ago.
Because what does he have like that? There's something like in his contract that he should have done like Bradley Beal, because Bradley Beal could just like go wherever, but Dame can get trade. He didn't have the no trade clause in his contract, so the Blazers can trade him, whereas like Bradley Beal couldn't. Like he could just go.
Right.
Gotcha.
And I mean, to a certain extent, I'm like, I hate it for Dame. At the same time, it's like the organization wants to do the best it can to get something out of him. But at the same time, like I see it from Dame's perspective.
Like he's worked so hard, he wants a chance to win.
Yeah, he's given his all to that organization.
Loyal, and I've given you so many years, over a decade, to build around me, and yet you haven't yet enough for me to win a chip.
And I'm sure that's the general consensus of all NBA fans, most NBA fans. I think that, everyone loves Dame. Dame is one of the most liked players just because of his, like, not even just because of how loyal he is. He's a great player. He's a great person. He's good at rapping. I like that. Yeah, he is. I saw that clip of him. He's all right at it. He's he reminds me of J. Cole.
I don't know. I think Lonzo may be better at that.
Okay.
If Dame doesn't go to Miami, which team?
I want to see him on Brooklyn. I think if he goes to Brooklyn, Brooklyn can be a top 2 team in the East.
Yeah, but who are you giving up?
You're giving up
for star.
Claxton. I don't want to give up Claxton. You have to give up Claxton. Claxton, 2 firsts, and
Claxton is not a star. Let's be real.
Claxton will be a dude. I love Nicholas
I'm not saying
believer.
I'm not saying he won't be. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if they want a star for a star, the only star you got is Mikal Bridges, and they're not giving up Mikal.
Oh yeah, no, I think that you can give 2
Cam
firsts.
Johnson. Okay, buddy, come on.
2 firsts, Cam Johnson, and actually Cam Johnson's too much. Who's a good? Seth's gone. Who else? They have Don't they have? Is Royce O'Neal still there?
I feel like if you put him on Brooklyn, he's in the same position he'd be in if he stayed with the Blazers.
Oh, he is? Yeah. I thought he got traded. I think Royce O'Neal, Nick Claxton. As much as I would not want to do this, actually,
just throw Ben Simmons in there, dude.
They're not. Yeah, no one's trading for Ben. Ben Simmons. It's almost similar to Duncan Robinson. He has a big contract and he's also trash. All right, they're the same thing. No one's picking that up. I'm sorry. I wish they could. I wish for Brooklyn that someone would.
I think Dame goes to the Knicks, bro.
You guys said what team do you want to see him on? You can't say the Suns. A realistic location besides Miami is just Portland. I don't think there's any other way that he's going to anywhere besides. I think that if he can't get to Miami, which I'm sure there's a way that someone will figure it out. Someone's going to overpay. So it could be a third team or a fourth team. Someone's going to have to overpay. It's going to be a weird situation. But if this doesn't work out, which there's a chance it won't, I think he finds himself back at Portland, cementing his legacy as the most loyal player of all time, and we can all forget about this little trade instant. What?
I don't think he plays.
If he stays at Portland?
Yeah, I don't think he plays. I think he'd be too upset with the organization. And that's going to drive his trade marketability down enough for Miami to get him.
Interesting.
If Portland's smart, they get rid of him now. Because if he doesn't play, then Miami has all the leverage.
You're right. Hey. Big brain, dude. Good stuff, Josh. Good GMing.
No problem, man.
We should start a basketball team.
If only I was the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Listen, Tim Conley, Tim the terrorist. I think he actually kind of cooked during the draft. I think he kind of cooked.
He did all right.
I like Leonard Miller a lot.
Oh yeah, you don't even know his name. I like him a lot.
I messed it. I was thinking of Jalen Williams because we also got Jalen Clark. I was messing up.
It still made no sense, but it's okay, buddy.
Okay, thanks, bro.
All right. On to our games that we it was a few weeks ago actually now. So when was this? This was
I think this is 3 weeks ago.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
So yeah, I apologize for the extended delay, but we will go over our picks as of 3 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, was it?
Twins at Tigers. Me and Coleman had the Twins. Brandon had the Tigers. Guangdong Tigers lost.
What do you know? The better city won.
Yeah, whatever. That's false, but okay.
You think Detroit's a better city than Minneapolis?
Yeah, did y'all produce Eminem? Didn't think so. All right, let's move on.
Did y'all produce? Okay, fine.
Mets at Phillies. We all picked the Mets for some reason. Oh, because of their pitching staff, obviously.
No, the Mets are the worst team,
And
the worst like
they
letdown of like modern MLB history. I mean, Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong. When has a team been so hyped up with so much money spent on their
The
players
Yankees?
and done so bad? Well, that's
The
the Yankees every
Yankees.
year. They always should be doing better. The
Yeah,
Yankees
but
are just a general.
the Yankees don't pay as much as the Mets. I
Yeah,
mean,
the Mets are the highest paying in the entire
Yeah.
MLB.
I mean, it's
Crazy.
them and the Padres who are really just paying money for losing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Padres are trash too. But I mean,
Speaking of the
no,
Yankees-
I'm never
speaking of
picking the Mets again.
I am.
Despite their
staff
pitching
is
staff.
immaculate. Okay, so we got the Rangers at the Yankees. Me and Coleman picked the Yankees, overpaid, and Brandon picked the Rangers. Rangers won.
Clearly, y'all just
Me-
don't know ball.
Obviously not. We're pretty much Yankees fans at this point.
And then for the next game, I picked the trash cans over the Dodgers, and the trash cans, the Houston trash cans,
They
they're not
weren't
banging the
banging.
trash can hard enough.
They
Maybe
weren't
they might need to get a new bat, a new drum, a new person on the trash bin. Maybe the trash
Well,
bin
hey.
it wasn't echoing enough. There was stuff inside the trash bin, making it so that the sound waves wouldn't go out as hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say?
This is why we don't pick soccer games, guys. I'm sorry, but USA versus Jamaica, it was a tie.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a confession to make.
Whoop-de-doo.
I didn't do my due diligence in realizing that it was the Gold Cup. Historically, during the Gold Cup, the U.S. doesn't play they don't do their A game. They don't,
Yeah, but we're USA, and we need to dominate the world. So.
and at soccer, we're not going to do that ever. I don't care if we have Christian Pulisic. He in the grand scheme of things, he is some cheeks. If he went to
Dude.
Europe, he was on
He
Chelsea.
plays on Chelsea, bro.
No, not anymore. He got traded. Or
we
he
got-
moved.
We got
he's-
Messi now though, so it's like all good.
I wouldn't say we got Messi. It's not like he can play for our.
Yeah,
Imagine he can play
I
for
know.
Team
Florida-
USA.
I said we live in Florida. Sorry. Me and Josh live in Florida, so Messi's ours.
Okay, what do you mean by
What you
that?
got up there?
We got the Loons, the Minnesota Loons.
Yeah, well, you don't have Messi on your team. I've been a Miami fan since day one.
Really?
Me too, man. Me too.
You love
Since-
soccer, don't you?
Yeah, Messi's day one.
All right. Well, yeah. Obviously, the U.S. and Jamaica tied 1-1. I'm pretty sure it was, or was it 2-2? I'm pretty sure it was 1-1.
Well,
So now for the first time in modern wildcard history, in the Super Bowl era, we have a tie. So from now on, we have a -1 for ties in our win loss and tie column. It's kind of ugly to look at. So
kind of Mickey Mouse.
It's kind of my fault. But yeah, keep going.
We had Mariners at Orioles on Sunday. We all chose the Mariners. Letdowns. I mean, I don't even know how they made the playoffs last year. Dog water. Absolute dog water. Trash.
Okay, next we have Brewers at Guardians. Like I said before, I would never pick the Guardians. So I picked the Brewers, and of course I was right. Me and Coleman picked the Brewers. Brandon picked the stupid Guardians, and they lost. Thank God. Then Monday we had Twins at Braves, and we all picked the Braves smartly. Coleman picked the Braves. He knew it was up.
Why me? Why are you singling out me?
You're
What'd
a
I do?
Twins fan.
What did I do
Twins
to?
fan. Anyway,
Next game we chose
Braves-
Brewers at Mets. We all went with the Mets pitching staff again, but they suck because they lost. Who would have thought? All that money for nothing. But then on Tuesday, with the Padres at the Pirates, and Pirates win. And clearly Coleman just likes picking the teams that are overpaid and know how to lose.
I thought money equals skill.
Well, yeah, you would think that.
buddy.
Because it's
And
kind of how that works on the podcast. Because since I'm like you guys are broke and I'm rich, and that's why I'm better than you. Okay.
All right, and then on the next game on Tuesday, we had Rays at Diamondbacks, and I knew Coleman was going to go with the Rays because he's just an MLB casual, and he doesn't know ball like me and Josh because the Diamondbacks won.
They're on the come up. I'll give him that.
Yep, and then on Wednesday, we actually had a soccer game that did not end in a tie. USA versus St. Kitts and Nevis. Obviously USA dominates because we own the world.
This country has a population of like 45. This is like literally a McDonald's location. I think McDonald's have more staff than this country has people, bro. I think that anyone who comes out the womb, they put on the team. So I wouldn't call this a big victory for the USA, considering it wasn't
and then Thursday we had Phillies at
Okay.
Cubs.
Right.
And me and Coleman picked the Cubs, which lost, and Brandon was correct with picking the Phillies. So
All right.
yeah,
That brings our totals to Josh at 99 and 82 and 1 in first place, which is a 54.6% win rate. Brandon is now in second place. He's back on the come up, 88, 93 and 1, which gives him a 48.6% win rate. And then I'm in last. I'm at 86 and 95, 2 games behind Brandon, and then 1. I forgot you have to draw. And I'm at 47.5%. Correct games picked. I went 4 and 8 and 1 that week, which is not the best performance. I'm back to my old ways, but I'm going to try to bring it back next week.
It's where you deserve to be.
Let's talk about games for week 15. Thank you, Josh. We have some games picked out for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We try to fit them all in 3 games this week because we're recording this on Sunday, July 9th. So we're going to try to do it just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday games because we're going to try to record again on Thursday. So starting it off, we have the Suns at the Heat. These are summer league games. Very interesting. Very interesting. All of us have the Heat because the Heat, who's that guy who's been popping off? It's not
Jamie Jaquez Jr.
No, it's not him. It's the other guy. Orlando Robinson. He had 36 points plus his efficiency was plus 19, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. I mean, just a monster game out of him. I think they're working on a contract for him just literally because of that game, partial contract guarantee for the 23 season. But yeah, he played outstanding against the Celtics. That's why I'm picking the Heat. I think he's going to pop off again. Next, we have the 76ers at the Mavericks. We all have the Mavs. I'm not really sure why, because both these teams don't really have extensive.
I just think the Mavs have like a better,
deeper.
Yeah. Like they just drafted Derek Lively Jr.
The 76ers. The 76ers have had one of the worst off seasons that I've in the NBA, in my opinion. They've been letting go people like crazy. It's just been a rough time for them. Next, we have the Wolves at the Jazz. You say what you want about the Wolves. The Wolves have a very good young core. They have a very good young core. Leonard Miller.
They have notable players, but I wouldn't say.
Okay. Well,
I'm just messing, Coleman. Y'all are on the come up, dude.
We're on the. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Even I wouldn't say that. But yeah, they're doing all right. Wolves at Jazz. We all have the Wolves winning that one. Next, we have the Kings and Clippers. The last game on Monday. And Josh and I have the Clippers, and Brendan has the Kings. Why do you think the Kings Summer League roster will beat the Clippers, especially when the Kings are on the road?
Because the Kings have Keegan Murray.
But wait, I just said they're on the road as if they don't.
Yeah,
they don't.
They're on the road, but they're playing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. They're the away team.
I don't know, man. I just think Keegan Murray be cooking it up like he's prime MJ. Him and Jabari Smith Jr. act like they don't know how to play in the regular season.
They don't know how to play in the regular season.
When they play bums in the summer league, it's like Michael Jordan versus LeBron James out there.
What?
I mean,
okay. All right, I got you. Makes sense.
But that's not our last game because Coleman's blind and he skipped right over the Pacers at Magic.
Oh. It's just so unimportant. We all have the Pacers, except for Brandon, who has the Magic. Brandon was debating whether or not to do this or not, but he did choose the Magic. Oscar Tshiebwe, UK legend, is on the Pacers. That's why Josh and I said, why'd you choose the Magic? Really quick, Brandon.
I like Chet Howard and Anthony Black as their first 2 picks, man.
Cool. So Nets at Bucks on Tuesday. We all have the Bucks, except wait, you guys have the Bucks.
We all have the Bucks.
I have the Nets. I basically am just going because I know the Nets have a really young core. That's basically what I'm going for.
Well, you didn't hear that Giannis is playing?
Oh yeah, my bad. No, I still think the Nets summer league roster can outdo them. I liked who they picked up. They had a bunch of first round or a bunch of picks in the draft. Next we got the Rockets at OKC. Despite the fact that the Rockets have Jabari Smith Jr., I'm still picking OKC with Chet, Jalen Williams, and that other bum. I'm forgetting his name.
Other bum.
Are both Jalen Williams playing?
I think so.
The other Jalen Williams. Those bums, I think are going to outdo the other bums on the Rockets because that's really just Jabari Smith. And then Ty Washington isn't there anymore. He's been passed around like blunt the past couple of days.
He's on OKC now.
Yeah,
looks like he's making a backcourt in the NBA.
He went to Atlanta and then he went to OKC. He'll actually be playing against his former team if he plays, which he might not. And then we have the Suns at the Pelicans. We all have the Pelicans. The Pelicans just have a better young core. I mean, do the Suns even have a core?
The Suns don't even have a bench. So
the Suns have young players at all?
I didn't even know they were playing in the tournament. To be honest with you,
every team played. I think every team
They just pulled up their G League team, bro.
Yeah. All right, Blazers at Hornets. Another great matchup. We had the number 2 and number 3 pick. We all have the Blazers except for Brandon, who has the Hornets. Explain why you had the Hornets.
I just think that Scoot Henderson will still probably be not playing.
And Brandon Miller's a shooter.
But Shaden Sharp.
I mean, yeah, I respect Shaden Sharp, but he did just drop like 7
Obviously
points
not.
today or something. I don't know. He didn't have as good as a game as I thought he would against Victor. I like what the Hornets are building over there, dude. I mean,
we're gonna rapid fire through these last 4. Raptors at Pistons. I have the Raptors. Josh and Brandon have the Pistons. OKC at the Pacers. I have OKC. Josh and Brandon have the Pacers. Knicks at Magic. I have the Knicks. Josh and Brandon have the Magic. Lakers at Celtics. Josh has the Lakers, and Brandon and I have the Celtics. That about wraps up our episode for today. So I want to thank everyone for showing up. This is a good podcast. We're going to try to be more consistent. I know I said that last podcast and then we were gone for like 2-3 weeks, but we'll try to be more consistent. You guys agree?
Yes,
we'll try.
Yes, we'll try. I'll try our darndest. But yep, I want to thank you all for listening to the Wildcards episode this week. If you do feel so inclined, you can go check out our social medias. The Instagram is Show Wildcards, SHOW as in show, and Wildcards, WILDCARDS as in Wildcards, and you combine those two together and you get Show Wildcards. Isn't that great?
Amazing.
But there's that, and then lastly, thank you. I want you to apologize for being late again. And do you guys have anything else to say?
No, I appreciate love seeing y'all, of course, and hope everybody has a great rest of the week.
Yep. See ya.
Yeah, thank y'all for listening.
See ya. Peace.
Peace.